continuation on nouns of the New Testament Greek. If you have not watched the whole thing, can you please go back to our previous videos, especially lesson 1, the Greek alphabet. Please remember to comment, ask your questions. Relax, learn as I introduce our teacher, Dr. Godson Ebujo. Please do not forget to share this. Do not forget to notify us. Do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and relax and continue to learn.
Thank you, our honorable anchor person, the lady I.J. Ohabunwa. You've been doing great. Thank you for your work in this classroom. You are actually an asset. May God continue to bless you as you help in promoting the language of the New Testament Bible. At this juncture, gentlemen, remember, as I've always said, that this is mainly for ministers, seminarians, and those that are interested in proper biblical hermeneutics, exegesis, interpretation, and subsequently application of the biblical passages, especially the New Testament aspect of it. In the last class, in our lesson 7, we introduced us to the nouns of the New Testament Greek. Today, just as we discussed earlier on in the last lesson about the features of the New Testament nouns, today we are going to look at the sentence structure in English and in Greek. Sentence structure. It is important we note that the student has to grasp the basic difference between the Greek sentence structure and the English sentence structure. Because in English, word order is of significant importance because it's an indicator of the noun functions in a sentence. For instance, in English, the subject is usually placed before the verb and the object after the verb. If this order is reversed, especially when the verb is in the third person singular or plural, the meaning of the sentence will change. In the sentence, for instance, a teacher teaches a slave. Look at this sentence. Teacher teaches slave. If you look at this sentence, the teacher is the subject of the sentence. Teaches is the verb, whereas the slave is the direct object. Now, when you look at this sentence, you will agree with me, just as the subject of the verb and the slave is its object. Now, if the order of the word is reversed, it will become slave teaches teacher. Evidently, you will agree with me that the meaning of the sentence changed drastically. The first one, teacher teaches slave. Subject, verb, direct object. Here, the sentence is reversed. Slave teaches teacher. Subject, verb, direct object. Meanwhile, in Greek, this arrangement does not make any difference in the meaning of the sentence, because in the same sentence we have written on the board, teacher teaches slave and the slave teaches teacher, we are looking now at the Greek aspect of this sentence to make us understand that the positioning of the words in Greek has no business with the meaning of the sentence. Look at the word like this. Didaskalos. Didaskalos. didaskei, dulon. Didaskalos, didaskei, dulon, which simply means teacher, teaches, slave. When you place this sentence in this order, it means teacher, teaches, slave. Even if you remove this dulon, remove this didaskale, remove this didaskalos, and you say didaskei, didaskalos, dulon, it makes no difference. In the sense that the arrangement of the Greek words in the sentence has nothing to do with the meaning of the word. Therefore, bear in mind that English indicates their noun function by the order of the words in the sentence, while Greek indicates their noun functions by the endings of the nouns. I repeat, English indicates the functions of their nouns by the order, by the placement of the word in a sentence, whereas Greek does not matter, does not care about the sentence, about the word, where it is placed, but the most important thing is this: find out the ending, find out the verb by their endings, and find out the ending of the indirect object, and then your sentence is done. Now, I will take us to the masculine nouns of the second declension. Masculine nouns of the second declension. All right, bear this in mind. As I said earlier on, we shall start the study of the nouns with the nouns of the second declension for two reasons. One, this declension is the easiest for the beginner. Secondly, it covers larger number of New Testament words than the first and the third declensions. Remember, the nouns of the three genders, but the largest number is masculine, because New Testament has a lot to offer when it comes to the nouns. But the second declension covers a lot of the nouns of the New Testament. Not all nouns in Greek use the same set of endings. For this case, with respect to this, grammarians have placed nouns that have the same set of endings in a group called declension. And that was why I said we are beginning the study of the nouns with the masculine nouns of the second declension. That means we are studying sets of nouns that have the same set of endings placed in a particular group called declension. So second declension masculine and the feminine nouns have identical endings. So in all cases, or both numbers, while their gender is determined by their article or adjective modifiers. So now I want to introduce us to the endings of the second declension nouns. Endings of the second declension nouns. We have nominative, we have vocative, we have accusative, we have genitive, and we have dative. Here is singular. That's the plural form of it. All right. Now we have nominative. In the nominative, any noun in the nominative has, as a matter of fact, is ended as us. Omicron, sigma. Omicron, sigma. And the plural is oi. Oi. Now, in the vocative, it has the ending a, and the plural is oi. In the accusative, it has the ending on, and the plural is os. In the genitive, it has the ending in the singular o, and the plural is on. Then in the dative, you have omega with an iota subscript, and the plural is ois. Now, I want you to be familiar with the ending of the masculine nouns of the second declension. Remember, I said earlier on, both the masculine nouns in the second declension and their feminine nouns, they have the same set of endings. Now, the masculine noun of the second declension, these are the endings. Let me give us some vocabulary that we will play on as we progress, because I want a situation whereby in the next class, I will introduce us to translation. Vocabulary. Take the following words and their meanings in preparation for translation. Before we continue, bear it in mind that the letter after the words that I'm about to write are the proper definite article. They are there to tell us the gender of the noun, either masculine, feminine, or neuter. The first word, angelos. Huh? Shows that it's a masculine. Then it means messenger or angel. That's the word for angelos. Now we have adelphos. Adelphos. Brother. Adelphos means brother. We have anthropos. 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 Man. Then we have didaskalos. 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 That's teacher. We have apostolos. Apostolos. That's apostle. We have doulos. It means slave. Then we have a word like theos. Theos means God. All right, we have to clean up here so that we write more of the vocabularies. Theos is God, and we have turos. This means door. Then we have a word like cosmos. 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 This means world. Then we have another word like curious. Curious. This means Lord or master. Then we have another word like logos. Logos. This means word. Then we have another word like nouns. This means temple. Even though there is another word for temple that is known as heron, but we still come to that. So we have another word like nomos. Nomos. This means law. All right. You grab this. Let us clean and get some space for another. So we have another word like hodos. Consider the breathing mark. Hodos. This means way or road. Road or way. Then we have another word like Uranus. 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 This means heaven. Then we have another word like huios. Consider the rough breathing mark. Sun. Finally, we have another word like Christos. This is Christ. So, I want you to make do with this vocabulary, study them, learn them, bear them in mind, because in the next class, we will use them as we introduce you to the translation. Thank you very much as I call on an anchor person to come and analyze with us.
Thank you for listening. Like I said before, if this is your first time, please go back to previous lessons, learn them, relax as you do that. Yeah, nouns of the New Testament Greek. Are you confused? Ask questions